Hey there, Smoke Master D coming at you again with a barbecue buyer's guide. Again to pellet smokers. This time it's going to be Pit Boss versus the world. So lately I've been doing a lot of grill v grill stuff, and I wanted to bring that to pellet smokers. So here it is. And here we've got some chapter times. So, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to jump ahead to a certain section, here it is. All right, and the concept of this episode, it really came from me looking around on these sites and noticing that they had sections like this in which they were, comparing their pellet smokers to other pellet smokers. And also I had this problem of, there are so many pellet smokers out there. How do I decide which ones to sort of compare? And it came to me, I was like, they are deciding who their competition is. Why don't I just use that? Maybe I'll do another one. If you have, a pellet grill maker out there you really like, and they have sections where they're comparing their pellet smokers to other pellet smokers, put that in the comments, and maybe I'll choose that company next time instead of Pit Boss. All right, and a quick note on the prices and links. These prices are current around about June 4th, 2021. These Amazon prices, especially when they're from third-party sellers, they can change a lot. So they may go up, they may go down. Who can say? Another thing, I participate in the Amazon affiliate program. If you want to learn more about that, you can visit my video on the top 5 barbecue reviewers, and I share a little bit about that. But I have Amazon affiliate links in the description. If you want to purchase one of these smokers from Amazon and you use that link, it will help me out. That's how that works. Any price from Walmart is the best because of their exclusive deal. I'm not a Walmart affiliate. Amazon prices are very competitive with other sellers, but I'm going to leave it up to you to figure that part of everything out. In this episode, I'm only showing prices from Walmart, Amazon, and pellet grill company websites. So know that that's how this episode is working. One thing about this is the pellet grill company's prices are almost always higher than Amazon's, but you'll see that as we go through. Now it's time for Grill v Grill. All right, we're going to start with the Pit Boss Tailgater versus the Camp Chef Pursuit 20. The Green Mountain Grill's Davy Crockett, and the Traeger Tailgater. Okay, so we got them all up there, and we're going to start, as we usually do, with the base price. That Walmart price there, $297 for the Tailgater, $353 on Amazon. So as you see, that Walmart price is better. Now this Camp Chef, $471 on Amazon and $495 at the Camp Chef website. Green Mountain Grills Davy Crockett, $299. I have 2 Green Mountain Grills on this episode. They are in a transition period. They're rebranding, and they're really only selling through their dealers at this point as a company, as they sort of bring out this new product line. And so you cannot buy many of their smokers through their website right now. That may change by the time you've watched this episode. All right, and then we've got the Traeger Tailgater. It's $469.95 on Amazon and $469.99 on Traeger. All right, but first we see that that Walmart price is really good, and the Davy Crockett gets second place. And let's see what these prices would be for me if I were going to try to get them. All right, and now, so we're adding tax on and or shipping. So $317.79 at Walmart. We go to the best price here for the Camp Chef. It's $502.92 on Amazon and $319.93 on Amazon. It's adding in that tax for that Green Mountain Grills Davy Crockett, and $502.85 on Amazon for the Traeger Tailgater. All right, and again, that Pit Boss is going to take the cake, and that Davy Crockett's going to get second place. It's really just right there behind it. Of course, a bit smaller, which, for a tailgating unit, maybe isn't a bad thing. So we'll see. All right, and here is the cooking space, which really does have a lot to do with the size. Pit Boss isn't going to win here. That's going to go to Camp Chef there with that 501 inches. Davy Crockett's really small in the 219. Pit Boss and Traeger there in the middle space. All right, and here we go to dollar per inches squared. That 93 cents on the Pit Boss Tailgater is the best, but that Camp Chef Pursuit 20 is really pretty close. So, I often think about this sort of with the value, a dollar per square inch there on the Camp Chef. Not bad. And if we look at some of these other things about it, you might see that maybe it's a better deal overall. We'll see. All right, yeah, hopper size. Camp Chef's also going to have the biggest hopper there. Probes, okay. So Camp Chef and Pit Boss also have that with the 2 probes. More is better. You can do with one. It's not a huge deal. And especially with this Davy Crockett, you're not going to be fitting a whole lot of stuff in there. So, I mean, would you really need 2 probes there? But 2 is nice. All right, temp ranges. So, the companies themselves report this stuff. The best ones there seem to be this Davy Crockett and the Camp Chef. The Pit Boss does not have PID or Wi-Fi. The PID controller, I have a video on that if you want to know more about them. So the Camp Chef and the Davy Crockett both have PID controllers. The Green Mountain Grills is also a Wi-Fi controller, whereas the Camp Chef Pursuit 20 is not. The one thing I think about for these tailgaters is how often are you going to have Wi-Fi out there, at the stadium or at the RV park or wherever you're taking these things. So I'm not sure if Wi-Fi is terribly necessary. I didn't look into it if the Davy Crockett had a Bluetooth connection. That would be helpful. This Traeger has a warm mode. I think there was some also sort of like primer option on the Pit Boss to keep food warm, which is interesting. But I think that you could do the same things on these other 2 with the PID pretty easily. All right, and the weight. Now, the strange thing here is usually I think of heavier grills or smokers as being better. But right now I'm going to give it to the Davy Crockett because you're trying to, haul this thing around different places. You want something that's a little bit lighter. All right, and this is searing ability. So the Pit Boss, they have that slide plate flame broiler. On their newer ones, they have a little knob that you can pull, and it'll open that broiler up for you. On this one, I don't think it has that. I think you have to do that manually. And also, we have the sliding grill technology here. I do think that they have some sort of knob for their sliding grill system. I think you can actually see that kind of right there on the side. And for these other 2, there is no direct grill option. Basically they're going to tell you, hey, pump the temperature up, throw it back on there, and it'll sear, which isn't really the best. Pellet smokers are not really known for being great at searing. It's always been a pursuit of all these companies to be able to say, hey, our sear is better. Yeah, and I chose that sliding grill because it slides out this plate that's a deflector. Also looks like it has some properties of maybe being a diffuser as well. So you slide that plate out, and you've got another plate on top with these holes that are sort of like slits, and they allow direct heat to come up. But also, I think that they are made so that it's not going to let any grease get down to the fire and cause any sort of flare-ups at all. So I really liked that. I thought it was innovative. And the slide plate on the Tailgater there and Pit Boss in general doesn't work that way. Still works great, and I gave them a second place there. All right, and some extras here. priming, so it's going to keep sort of a warming feature. That pellet purge, you want to switch out pellets. The Camp Chef has a really good ash clean out system, that you can get the ashes out really easily. Also locks the hopper and the lid. If you're transporting this thing around, you don't want lids flapping on you. So another great thing there. And Green Mountain Grills, the Davy Crockett, is known for being able to get power from car adapter. It also has a nice side shelf, which I don't think any of the rest of these do. Pellet smokers, they run off of electricity. If you're wanting to really take this to the football stadium or the beach or wherever it is that you want to go, you need a way to power it. So that's good. And that Traeger Tailgater, it has folding legs. Yep. So I gave the 2 wins for the best stuff, I think, to the Camp Chef and the Green Mountain Grills, Davy Crockett. All right, and lastly, those ratings. So these are average ratings. I try to take ratings from the smoker website itself, like Camp Chef or Green Mountain. And I also take them from Amazon, and I try to average them together. I try to do it the same way for all of them. And, user ratings out of 5 stars. The highest one is to that Green Mountain Grills Davy Crockett. And then after that, the Camp Chef and the Traeger are sort of right there at each other. And then lastly, the Tailgater from Pit Boss. So, I'm going to give the gold medals to the Camp Chef, as well as the Green Mountain Grills Davy Crockett, and a silver medal to the Pit Boss Tailgater. And now we've got Pit Boss Classic versus the Traeger Pro 22. All right, so here we go. $396 on Walmart, $599.95 on Amazon. So yeah, there is a price difference there of about $200. And of course, the Pit Boss from Walmart is going to win. All right. And this is, adding that tax in and perhaps shipping. So, you can get it for $423.22 from Walmart with those taxes. Those are my taxes here in North Carolina. You're going to want to think about your own tax rate wherever you are. And $641.95 from Amazon on that Traeger. All right, and of course, Pit Boss is going to take that. They're pretty much going to sweep the floor with this Traeger, I think. All right, yeah, 700 inches, 572 inches. Yup, 60 cents an inch from Walmart, $1.12 from Amazon for that Traeger. 21-pound hopper, 18-pound hopper. 2 probes, so nobody wins on that one. Or they both win. There's a win for Traeger. All right, 180 to 500, 180 to 450. All right, so we got these 2 controllers. Despite having that digital readout for the Pit Boss controller, their action is the same. They're not PID, they're not Wi-Fi, so they're pretty similar. So I'm not going to give it to either of them. And, the Pit Boss does have that slide plate flame broiler, whereas there's no direct grilling for the Traeger. And lastly, we have average ratings. Now, it's crazy, we have all these wins over here for Pit Boss, and somehow the Traeger has a slightly higher average, 4.57. Yeah, you have to kind of take into account that. I don't know if it's the most important thing. They're pretty close. So I'm going to give it the win to the Pit Boss. All right, now we've got Pit Boss Austin XL versus the Green Mountain Grills Choice Daniel Boone, the Traeger Pro 575, the Traeger Pro 34. All right, we got some brother on brother fighting here. Traeger Pro 575 and the 34 at it. All right, so Pit Boss Austin XL. Let's see, can it take these down? All All right, start off with that low price, so it's definitely going to win there. All right, and then adding that tax in, I still think it's going to win. Yup. Okay. And of course, that Green Mountain Grill choice I talked about earlier, it's only available from the dealers right now. They're rebranding. So really some strange times there at Green Mountain. Hopefully by the time you're watching this episode, they'll be back to normal. Maybe they won't even be selling that choice Daniel Boone. I think it's on its way out. Threw it in here anyway. All right, now those inches squared. So you have the main grate area is the first one, and then the second is secondary, second shelf, what have you. And yeah, it's gonna go to the Pit Boss. It's got that 930. Traeger Pro is not too far behind with the 884. Yeah, but the Green Mountain Grills is very low. That Daniel Boone is very low at 432. All right, and dollar per inches squared, 51 cents for the Austin XL. Not bad, y'all. All right, and silver for that Traeger Pro 34 with 85 cents. With that Amazon price there. All right, 31-pound hopper on that Austin XL. They love their big hoppers at Pit Boss. So this is gonna take it. All right, 2 probes for 2 of them, the Pit Boss and Traeger Pro 34. 1 probe for each of the others. All right, 150 to 500 on the Austin XL. I wonder if you have that pellet smoker, does it get down to 150? Will it keep a constant temperature there? I don't know. Yeah, so it takes the win there. Yeah, Pit Boss has that stainless steel side shelf. For the Traeger Pro, you have to add $49.99. If you're gonna buy it from Traeger themselves. The Shine Star makes one for $27. That's on Amazon. Traeger Pro 34, you have to buy one for $69.99 from Traeger. Maybe look around for a shelf as well from Amazon. The Green Mountain has a side shelf too. Pit Boss is taking that one. All right, now the digital control board for Pit Boss is not PID, not Wi-Fi. I think the Austin XL is on its way out. I'm not sure what's going to replace it. They're doing all the hard work of figuring out their PID controller with the Pro series that Pit Boss has, which we're going to see in the next matchup. So who knows what we'll see. Maybe they'll keep the Austin XL name and it'll be some upgraded one. I look forward to seeing that in the future. But that Traeger Pro 575, all those extra dollars there are for this controller. It's PID. It has the Wi-Fi. You can control it from your phone. The app has all those recipes right there ready to go. A smaller grill, but that PID control, it's going to perform. It's like the difference between having an RV or a sports car. This Traeger is it's gonna get the temps you want and give you the control from wherever you want to. Neither of the other two are the Wi-Fi controller. Now, I think they have a Green Mountain Grill's Choice Daniel Boone with Wi-Fi and maybe one without. Of course, it's going to be hard to get your hands on either of those unless you go to a dealership. There is not a dealership in North Carolina. So where I live, I'd have to travel a good ways to find a Green Mountain Grill's Daniel Boone right now. All right, and yeah, that Traeger's going to take it there. Okay, Pit Boss has a 5-year warranty, 3 years for all the rest of these. Do read your warranty. Traeger is famous for voiding or having a clause to void their warranty if you use other people's pellets. I think Pit Boss decided, hey, we really need to get on this warranty game. And so they made theirs 5 years, I think pretty recently, maybe 2019, maybe a little earlier than that. All right, now the average ratings. So, yeah, Pit Boss is one at a lot of things, but user ratings is not where they shine that much. So yeah, it's gonna go to that Traeger Pro 575. Yeah, that PID controller. the ease of the Wi-Fi app. They're all going to make that a really nice experience for smoking your meat. Green Mountain Grill's choice. Woo! 1.7. Ouch. I don't know. All I could find was from Amazon and a bunch of people talking about how much rust they had on their Green Mountain grills. It's like the people who are fans of Green Mountain grills didn't show up to the party. It was really weird. Here's that website right here. If you have this smoker and you think it's a good one, definitely go give it a rating because it needs it. And maybe that's why Green Mountain Grills decided, hey, we're gonna get a lot of stainless steel now and include that in our smokers because we apparently they don't know how to keep one from rusting. I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, a lot of stainless steel now for the Green Mountain Grills. All right, yeah, and that Pit Boss Austin XL is gonna take the win. Look at all that yellow over there, despite that lower average rating. And I think I'm going to give second place to the Traeger Pro 575. It's got a lot of good stuff going on there in places where it counts, at least, I think. And the people who use it are happy. All right, and now our last matchup. Oh, and a brother-on-brother fight between the Pit Boss Pro 1150 and the Pit Boss Navigator 1150. And they're also going to go against that Grilla Grills Silverbac Alpha with the Wi-Fi now, Camp Chef Woodwind Wi-Fi 36, and the Traeger Pro 780. All right, so that $599 from the Pro Series 1150 is pretty low. It's from Lowe's there, I believe. $829 from Grilla Silverbac Alpha. The Camp Chef now. You're going to see two prices here. One is without that extra part to the right that you see. That's either a sidekick or a sear box. And that $13.50 is the extra for that. $11.77 is without. This is the strange time when Camp Chef actually has a better price than Amazon, strangely enough. So there it is. Now, the Navigator you can get from Amazon for $7.93 and the Traeger Pro 780 is $999.99 from both Amazon and Traeger. All right, and then again, that Pro Series 1150 is going to have the taxes or whatever, so it's going to go up to $643.93. And you see these other places where the taxes are going to bring them higher. Let's take a look at that Navigator over there from Amazon with taxes. For me, it would be $850.83, which is a little bit lower than some of these other ones as well. That Silverbac $887, the Traeger Pro over $1,000, even from Amazon, and the Camp Chef, is up there. All right, yeah, the price there for the Pro. Okay, so inches squared, we've got 1150 there, 1158 for the Navigator, so a little bit better. 1236 for that Woodwind. All right, and it's going to take it. 692 for the Silverbac Alpha. I do think that you can get some sort of like secondary shelf maybe put in there for an extra cost. So if you like Grilla, maybe that's the way you want to go. All right, so price per square inch, 61 cents there for the Pro. It's definitely going to take it, but we're going to get silver medal also to that Navigator with 73 cents. Yeah, so not bad there. The Silverbac 128. That Camp Chef is also going to get the bronze 96 cents per square inch. Not bad if you want, sort of a premium smoker, pellet smoker there. Right. So again, with the really big hoppers from Pit Boss. All right, probes. Camp Chef, 4 probes. Woo! Yes. More probes is good. All right, so we're also going to have a very wide range of temperatures for that Camp Chef, 160 to 500. Yeah, we've kind of been over this direct grilling stuff here. The Camp Chef is going to bring some new stuff to the table, though, and that's why it's going to win. It has the sliding grill. It also has optional that sear box and sidekick. And now for heat retention, we have millimeters for steel thickness. We're going to see that Silverbac Alpha is going to have 1, thicker metal overall, and 2, a double wall in this chamber. That double wall is going to really hold in heat very well, which is going to be very good for it. And now for the controller. Yeah, the Grilla, they just upgraded to this new Wi-Fi controller. Their controllers are known for having dual PID and time feed. So if you like time feed better, you can go back and forth. They've got 5-degree intervals there. The Camp Chef has got PID, Wi-Fi, and smoke number. It's kind of like, what's your sleep number, right? But it's smoke number. I think their numbers 1 through 10, how much smokiness you want. So that is a great thing. That Wi-Fi, also from the Traeger Pro 780. The Pro Series has a new PID controller. It's had a lot of problems, which you're going to see reflected in the ratings. Hopefully they're like nearly done figuring that stuff out. I know they've had an upgrade for it. There have been a few other issues, I think, with their smoker, which is also going to play into these ratings. Yup, so all those PID controllers are going to get the win there. And here we have the ratings. Yeah, the Pro Series not doing so well. A very rocky launch on that 1150. Grilla, people love Grilla. I love Grilla. I mean, you know, they don't have the biggest smoker, but they have a lot of good stuff where it counts. So 489 is a very good rating there. That Pit Boss Navigator, though, is also doing pretty well with that 4.73. Camp Chef Woodwind a little bit lower, despite having, you know, some really great stuff there. Yeah, that Navigator, for a lot of stuff, it didn't seem like it was beating out its younger brother there, the Pro Series. But it's got a lot of good stuff there, too. Still has a lot of space. It's still, you know, the dial-in digital control board. It's not PID. They'll probably upgrade that fairly soon, I imagine. So, you know, look for that. It looks like a very solid smoker there. If you love Pit Boss, you can get it from Amazon there. That Grilla Silverbac Alpha, though, has you know, some of the smallest space I think we have on this chart here, but the heat retention is really going to be an asset. So keep that in mind as well. All right, and yeah, I'm going to give it to the Camp Chef Woodwind Wi-Fi 36. You know, it costs enough that it should win this round. But, you know, if I had any runner-ups, I guess they would be that 1150 from Lowe's, the Pro Series there, and also the Grilla Silverbac Alpha, which, you know, that customer rating there, it says a lot about people's experience with it. So I certainly would not discount that. And it seems to be a unit that works very well and does what people want it to do. All right, yeah. So, how did you like the Grill v. Grill format for this episode? Do you own one of these smokers? You know, give your review. Let people know. What are the issues? Do you have that new Pro 1150 from Pit Boss? What's your experience been with it? Yeah, so let me know. I'd like to see your comments. Let me know if you want to see another episode like this, maybe coming from the perspective of another company. And yeah, go out there and get your smoke on, y'all.